My name is Aaron Paddington, and I'm gonna tell you a story about my life in the World War One. In August 1914, my home country, Great Britain, called war to Germany because of the Schlieffen Plan made by the Germans. They didn't respect the neutrality of Belgium, so that's why Britain called war to them. Me and my older brother Tom, we lived in Eastbourne in South England. We heard about the war and we wanted to sign up. The World War One was the first industrial war with the new modern guns, the machine gun and other modern guns. Many people believe a fast victory for every country. The Germans believed too a fast victory. But in this case we lived in England, me and Tom, and we wanted to sign up as so many others because we believed a fast war. I remember in the news it stood that we will be back before the leaves fall to the ground.
Aaron, wait up. Aaron, come now.
What are you shouting about, my sons?
We're at war with the Germans. The army sign up is tomorrow and we will go for it.
But it's no compulsory military service. It's voluntary.
We'll be home for Christmas, we promise.
I love you.
Tom Paddington.
Next. Name.
Aaron Paddington.
Identification. You're too young.
But I can still fight.
Sorry, son. Rules are rules. Get out of here.
The Germans by the side saw this war to big opportunity to take back Alsace-Lorraine, the region, from the French. This is another story about a man called Hans Hartmann, and he made a big impact about how I could survive the war, and so my brother.
Die Arme ruft alle meine schwitzen Nachten.
Ich werde nicht in diesen Kriegen.
Hans, es wird ein ersten Stieg. Es ist Chance in Deutschland, Elsass-Lothringen zu gehen. Sie werden zu Haus für Wichenheim sehen.
Vater!
Ender der Argumentation gens i morgen.
In the Belgian city Mons, the 21st of August 1914, my brother and some friends from his town, one named Larry Truman and one named James Robinson, they showed a lot of courage. They in the war, they were laterly promoted for this moment in the war, that they showed great courage. And I didn't think my brother was so good. I didn't think he would be such a good soldier as he became. But this is from the Battle of Mons.
There is 3 o'clock!
Let's shot, bro! Ah! Grenade! Get it! Nein, it's silent! Become silent! Ah!
Hans Hartmann and his regiment, they went to the war on Tannenberg. It was the Germans. They forced most of their army on the west front, but this regiment they were forced to fight in Tannenberg on the east front against a big Russian army. The Battle of Tannenberg was a very important victory for the Germans because it was almost the whole Russian army against a little piece of the German army, and because of a river who flowed through the area the war was in, the Germans they could do a flank attack on the Russian, and it ended up with a German victory, a very important victory from the German.
Mein Schweineschnitzel! Heil Deutschland!
Haha, das Schweineschnitzel.
Ah,
Ja.
Nein! Nein! Ah, Scheiße! Ah! Auf! Nein, auf! Nein!
My brother, together with Larry Truman and James Robinson, on the truce in the Christmas 1914, they went over to the German entrenchment under the flag of truce. They bring some presents for the Germans, and they bring a football to play a game. Not many knows who won. Many people believe that the Germans won with 2-0, but it was a victory actually by the Englishmen with 1-0, and it was James Robinson who scored a goal, and that's a true. Not many know the truth, but my brother and his friends were there, so the truth is it was a 1-0 victory for the Englishmen. My brother became friend with Hans Hartmann during this evening and this night. They changed some cigarettes and they had a smoke. They talked about life. None of them liked the war. They thought it was it was not a good thing to have a war about regions and nationality. It was not a good thing to battle. So they was quite even in their thoughts. So yeah, they became good friends.
He sat in a room, in a square the color of blood. He drew the whole world, if there was a way that he could. He'd sit and he'd stare at the minarets on top of the towers, for he was the beast as he hatched his new plans to gain power. And the snow fell, covering the dreams and ideals. And the snow fell, freezing the blood and the wheels. And the snow fell, they had to keep warm for survival. And the snow fell and defeated the beast's only rival.
During January in 1916, the French lieutenants Philippe Baptiste and Paul Flandin were commanded to create a special squad for special missions. My brother, together with Larry Truman and James Robinson, they were recommended by Sir Theodore Welsh for being great soldiers, so they were called in for this special group. And during the first mission, in the 7th of January 1916, it was a mission about to blow up the ammunition room in the German entrenchment. And during this mission, it was quite a fail. So James Robinson, he died, and my brother, he disappeared. Many believe that he was dead, but I believe that he was undeadly. So, because I love my brother, so I believe that he was still living. So that's why I lately joined the war. I was going to the West Front, and I thought it was my duty to find my brother and bring him home.
Gardien sorti.
Oui, monsieur.
Continuez avec le plan.
Nous avons besoin de 3 soldats qualifiés.
Nous n'avons pas quelqu'un assez professionnel.
Vous pouvez demander aux Anglais.
Oui, c'est une bonne idée.
Attend! Paddington! Sir! This is Lieutenant Blondin and Baptiste.
We need 3 of you men. We heard you were good. We need 3 of you to the French side of the entrenchment.
We are very strong men, sir.
So, you 3.
Yes.
Is it Paddington?
Si.
And Larry Truman?
Si.
And Robinson?
Yes, sir.
James Robinson. Yeah, come follow to the French side of the
Follow us.
entrenchment.
We will, sir.
Bonjour, gentlemen. Tonight we're gonna do the plan. We're gonna go down to the entrenchment of the German and blow up their ammunition room. We're gonna put explosive and then boom. Me and Truman, me and Robinson, excuse-moi. Me and Robinson, we go to the east side and take out the east machine gun. Baptiste, Truman, sir. Thank you, sir. Truman, you go to the left machine gun, take that out. For our sniper machine gun, you're gonna try to delay the reinforcements from this side. So use your sniper and delay the reinforcement to come. And after the boom, you go down to the entrenchment and you cover up for the escape. Then we put heavily artillery towards their entrenchment.
Sir, that means
Yeah, you will kill up soon. And then we put heavily artillery down to the entrenchment. That will cover up for your escape. That's the plan for tonight. We go.
Does everybody understand?
Yeah, does everybody
Yes, sir.
understand?
Correct, sir.
Nous savons très bien à quelle heure sont.
It is with great sorrow I have to tell you that your son is missing after special mission in no man's land, Sir Theodore Welsh.
Hello.
Where is it, Mom? I will go out there and find him.
No, son. I have already lost one son. I don't need another.
I don't care!
Come, my son.
Because of my brother's good reputation, I was also called into this special group for special missions, but the squad was not the same as then because Robinson were dead and Baptiste was also dead during a mission they did lately in 1915. No, in 1916 they made that when Lieutenant Baptiste died. No, it was Flanagan who died. Baptiste and me and Larry Truman and some other English and French soldiers was in this special group, and this is during the Somme offensive in October of 1916. I remember it must have been the 5th October. Yes, it was the 5th October of 1916. It was we had sneaked behind the front of the Germans, so we was another entrenchment behind. They were lined up, those entrenchments, and we've sneaked past the first entrenchment, and then we came up behind. This was in a bunker, and me and the Lieutenant Baptiste and Larry Truman, we were about to toss in the nade into one of these bunkers, but if I just toss exactly this nade, if I toss it a little bit harder, I could have saved the life of so many people.
Fire in the hole for the Britain! Run! Go, go, go!
Out the pussy! Frederik, ihr Schwein!
Ja, ich schade! Ich war im Braten! Adolf! Adolf!
Adolf!
Ich!
Adolf! Adolf! Ey! Adolf! İşte! İşte!
Hans!
Frederik!
Schicksal!
Ich Karin! Karin!
Karin!
Karin!
Karin, Adolf! Adolf!
Eş! Hitler!
Dosh! Gwasze! Gwasze!
Männen!
Mische Trane! Kom, Adolf! Ich stand to rescue!
İşte!
Schwebensamen!
Halt! Ist!
Kriegen Meichen graben! Lieben graben, Sarai! Reshi!
In 1917, the German submarine sank a ship with tourists and other food and material to Britain. The ship was on the way to Britain and it were sunk by a submarine, a German submarine. And this is a speech by the President of the United States at that time. His name is Woodrow Wilson.
For the rights and liberties of small nations, for a universal dominion of right by such a concert of free peoples as shall bring peace and safety to all nations and make the world itself at last free. To such a task we can dedicate our lives and our fortunes, everything that we are and everything that we have, with the pride of those who know that the day has come when America is privileged to spend her blood and might.
Halt! Show your hands. Drop your gun. On the ground. Turn around. Where did you get that necklace? You killed my brother.
No, no. I am the only one who knows the truth. I promise you. I promise you.
Drop me vapnet! Take it easy.
Hans.
Hans! It's me, Tom. Hans!
Tom, fast.
You need to get me out of here.
Fast. Take your weapon.
After we found Hans Hartmann in our entrenchment during the spring offensive, I asked him about that necklace, as you saw, and I was found out that my brother, during this special mission, he was saved by Hans Hartmann. Hans Hartmann killed the soldier named Reinhold Frings, and they stole his identification. So my brother, after this, Hans Hartmann helped him to escape to Germany with this identification. So he traveled during the name of Reinhold Frings, and then in 1919 he moved to France. In the beginning of 1919 he moved to France, to Lille, and when I had the name Reinhold Frings, because he lived under the name of Reinhold Frings for a while because he was a deserter. Because if someone found him during the name of Tom Paddington, he would be sent back to the war. That was why he lived during this name until 1919. But he was still in France because no one was sure that it would be a peace. It was in the really beginning of the 1919 before the peace. So directly when the peace came in 1919, I traveled to Lille in France to search up my brother.
Come in.